After I had given birth to my second, so she's 18 months now, I just had a lot of hip pain and back pain from just a really, really fast labor, and I had struggled with it on and off, a lot of flare-ups and that kind of thing. A few months ago, I guess the 3-year-old class did a lesson on healing, and my daughter just really grabbed onto that and thought it was the greatest thing. First thing she said to us when she got back from class was, "Mommy, did you know Jesus heals my boo-boos?" And so I guess, I don't know if they prayed for her in class. She made a comment about how she had a boo-boo and now she doesn't anymore. Every time she fell or scraped her knee, she would say, "Don't worry, Jesus heals my boo-boos." And it was just, I don't know exactly what they talked about in class, but whatever they mentioned really sparked an interest. So the one night I was having a really bad flare-up where I couldn't walk. It just hurt to stand even, sit down. I couldn't do anything without severe pain. So I was laying on the kitchen floor, and just because of how much she wanted to liked praying for boo-boos and that kind of thing, we just said to her, "Hey, do you want to pray for my hip?" And so she just walked over and laid her hand on my leg, and she said, "Jesus, make mommy's leg better," and then just sort of giggled and walked off. And she asked if it was any better, and I said, "No, not yet." And she's like, "That's okay, it'll be better in the morning." Just very matter-of-factly, and walked off, and that was the last thing. I still had pain all night long, and woke up the next morning, went to work, continued with work, and it wasn't probably until a few days later that I realized I had no hip pain, and still to this day I've had no hip pain at all, which was pretty much unheard of ever since my 18-month-old was born. I did say something to her. I was like, "Hey, when you prayed for my hip, Jesus did make it all better. Your prayer worked." And she was just like, "Oh, okay, that's good. I know." And it was well, yeah, I prayed for it. Of course it got better. And that was her whole attitude towards it. And she just never really, not that she didn't care, but she was like, "Well, yeah, obviously." And that was the end of it. The fact that she just wants to pray for people as a 3-year-old is pretty astounding to me, considering I don't think I did that till I was in my late teens, early 20s. There is no junior Holy Spirit, and that there is no toddler Holy Spirit either. Even toddlers can pray for people and see them healed with the simplest prayer of, "Jesus, heal this boo-boo," and that's about it. First, Jesus is the great Redeemer, just not only in body, but in mind. I never really took myself as somebody that would ever get a physical healing, and then to have it come through my 3-year-old daughter was just a crazy experience that also renewed my faith as well. To my little girl, I think Jesus is the ultimate healer, that he can heal all boo-boos. At this point, he's everything to her.